Hey, check it out. I got to go to a special IMAX screening that included the poster, and I can't really say I'm surprised, but at the same time, what, what? A part of me was kind of hoping for the cast and crew to show up, and then we get everyone to sign our very blank and empty posters, but none of that happened. All right, let's get into this 4-hour movie.
I promise.
No, it's not actually a 4-hour film, but if you add that extra 25 to 30 minute previews that theaters seem to be doing constantly now, it sums up to a total of 4 hours. I gotta say, man, the marketing for this film is just fucking genius. That trailer, that first trailer that we got to see was just... wow, that was awesome. The score with the text just sliding across the screen while in the background it's just cutting to different scenes of the film. It was just... oh, that's how you make a trailer, y'all. That shit was just fucking fire, dude. But enough about me having a hard-on for this trailer. Let's get into this movie and see if it's worth your time. We follow visionary architect Laszlo, portrayed by Adrian Brody, who is currently escaping post-war Europe. Now in America, he's trying to rebuild his life, figure out how to get his wife over to America, and overall just try to survive in a country that's completely new and different to him. A wealthy industrialist, portrayed by Guy Pearce, recognizes Laszlo's talent and decides to hire him for a major, insane fucking project. And we have ourselves a 4-hour epic of Adrian Brody trying to figure out how to build this insane building with people going behind his back. It's like what Chris Stuckman said, the term epic is often overused way too many times for so many different kinds of movies, but this movie is something to behold. The combination of the score, the editing, the performances, the cinematography, everything of the production in this film is just fucking badass. Apparently, with only a $10 million budget, this film manages to look like $300 million bucks.
Oh, that is an Avengers level threat.
I mean, holy fucking shit, this movie shouldn't even exist. How the hell did the producers, writers, directors manage to make this all happen? The production of this movie deserves a documentary of its own that I would absolutely love to go into and explore to learn how any of this was made possible. And from the brief stuff that I've skimmed over, the film seems to be a reflection of the director Brady Corbett and the sacrifices he made to make this movie happen. Because that's what this movie really is about. How far is an artist willing to go in order to make their work of art come to life? How much pain someone is willing to accept and absorb in order to make their work of art become a reality. And man, we are watching Adrian Brody go through so much shit in order to make his dream a reality in this whole other country that doesn't seem to want him there. If I have my facts right, this film is taking place during and after World War II, and I gotta say, they really captured the aesthetic of that time period perfectly. The style and aesthetic, how they shot this movie, everything just feels old. I mean, it is purposely done this way in order to really immerse us into this idea that we're living in a film from the 80s or 70s, I don't remember. The point is, the film does a fan-fucking-tastic job making you feel like you're in this time period, that you're in this era of time, watching our characters deal with all the struggles that's going on. Racism and classism is a huge thing in this movie, and it's very clear when you're seeing the interactions between Guy Pearce and Adrian Brody. Guy Pearce is a total wild card here. I mean, in one scene, he's a total nice, genuine guy, and then we jump to the next scene where he's a total piece of shit, making a terrible, mean-ass joke, and then telling Adrian Brody to pick up his goddamn coin because, you work for me, boy. You're my slave. You're a poor little peasant, and you best do that for me, or else you ain't getting on the payroll. Both of these guys are delivering magnificent performances, especially everyone else who are just top fucking notch. Especially Felicity Jones, who is Adrian Brody's wife in the movie. She is phenomenal. Holy shit! There are a lot of things going on with this movie that I don't fully understand yet, but man, was I fully absorbed into this world and just genuinely curious as to how Adrian Brody was going to bring this insane structure to life. Because Guy Pearce is asking for Adrian Brody to do the impossible, to build a structure that is pretty much never have been seen before. And due to the complexities of the design and how many people are on the project sort of fucking up with him and what he wants to do, it starts affecting himself and his own home life with his wife. There's also a fascinating dynamic going on with Guy Pearce Pearce and his family and how they're interacting and working alongside Adrian Brody's. I think it's very clear that culturism is a thing that's happening between these two families, and Adrian Brody being sort of like a more laid back, quiet kind of guy, going with the flow type of things, has sort of resulted in Guy Pearce taking advantage of him. I loved almost every single second of this movie, besides a couple of scenes and the epilogue, because this movie is divided into like chapters or acts, whatever. There are definitely moments that just could have been cut out and it would not have affected the story, movie narrative whatsoever. And the epilogue of this movie, what the fuck was that? I audibly shouted towards the end of this movie, what the fuck was that? I mean, what the hell just happened? This movie just wrapped up with a little bow at the end because it felt like it needed to give us some kind of ending that's supposed to be satisfying? What? There is a monologue that literally spells out the movie to us. It spells out a theme that really didn't need to be expressed at all. I appreciate it, but goddamn, that shit was underwhelming as fuck. Still, this movie is something to behold, and I will definitely be checking it out again because I really want to experience this with a different lens now that I know what's going to happen. This is a whole new level of slow burn character analysis drama that I did not expect to fall absolutely in love with besides the ending. With an unbelievable production, phenomenal performances, and a story that so many of us, so many aspiring artists can connect to, The Brutalist will definitely be in my top 10 films of the year. Unless, of course, there are some other great films coming out that don't have a kind of disappointing ending. Please don't miss out on this movie. If you have the time, go and support it. There is a 15-minute intermission halfway through the movie, so you can go take a piss, grab yourself something to drink. I definitely got myself something to eat and drink because I want to keep on snacking through because I was thoroughly absorbed into this story. There are moments throughout this film that just really felt intense, scary, and unnerving, unpredictable. And on the other hand, it's also funny, like surprisingly funny. I was not expecting that kind of joke, but it really fucking worked. Everything about this movie is a masterclass in filmmaking besides that ending because god damn, this is one of the most unique experiences ever. All right, that's enough of me. I'll catch you guys next time.
Don't you know that it's you? Can't just let it through. Don't you know that it's you? Can't just let it through. Don't you know that it's you? Can't just let it through. Don't you know that it's you? Can't just let it through. Don't you know that it's you?